Hello friends, welcome to my channel Keep Exploring. Today's topic is Euclid's division lemma. So we are going to learn the concept behind it. This is from Real Numbers chapter 1 from class 10th. So let's start. So first let's understand what is the basis for it. The basis for Euclid's division lemma is the long division method. Now long division method that we are doing since childhood. The division process that we are doing since childhood, that is the basis of the Euclid's division lemma. So let's see how it works. Now long division method. So when we talk of long division method, let us take one example. Suppose let us divide 19 by 3. So in division we need two numbers to be divided. So we are dividing now 19 by 3. So when we divide 19 by 3, so 19 is being divided by 3. So we will consider a number just less than 19, which is a multiple of 3 but less than 19. So we know 3 6 are 18. So we get a remainder 1. So that's the simple division process we used to do since childhood. We are doing it. So here what we say, 19 is called as the dividend here, and 3 is the divisor. 3 is the divisor because we are dividing it. So 19 is being divided by 3. So 19 is the dividend which is being divided. It is dividend. By what we are dividing, that is the divisor. And 6 is our quotient. And 1 is the remainder. That is which is left out. That is the remainder. Now we see here that whenever we do a division, there was a thing to check it, means to verify whether our division is correct or not. We used to follow one formula. Okay, that is, if we multiply the divisor and the quotient, we will multiply the divisor and quotient and add the remainder. So whenever we multiply divisor and the quotient and add the remainder, we always used to get the dividend. So that was our check. So what we are doing, whenever the divisor we are multiplying by the quotient plus remainder and add the remainder, if we get the dividend back, then our division is correct. Now if suppose it doesn't come, then there is some mistake in the division. So that was our verification of our division process. Now here we see that the same thing, just we will give the names to this. So 3 is the divisor, 6 is the quotient, plus 1 is the remainder. It gave equals to the dividend. So this one we were following. So now one more thing about division. For example, we divide some numbers by 3. Okay, so 3 6 are 18, we get 1 as the remainder. Suppose we divide 20 by 3, same thing, 3 6 are 18, remainder is 2. And suppose we divide 21 by 3, so we get 3 7s are 21, the remainder is 0. And if we divide 22 by 3, 3 7s are 21, the remainder is 1. If we divide 23 again by 3, so 3 7s are 21, the remainder is 2. If we divide 24 by 3, 3 7s are 3 8s are 24, we can get, so the remainder is 0. So now just observe the reminders here. So whenever we are multiplying any number by 3, the minimum remainder that we get is 0. This is the minimum remainder we will get. Means less than this one we will never get. You divide any number, less than 0 will never get as the remainder when we divide two integers, the positive integers when you say. So whenever we will consider now only as positive. Okay, so here whenever we are doing dividing two numbers, we get the remainder is 0 as the minimum one. Less than 0 will never get. Now check here, what is the maximum limit? This is the minimum limit. So 0 will come, less than 0 will not come. The least minimum that the range is 0. Now what is the maximum? So you can see here we are getting 1 2 1 2, but we are never getting 3 or more than 3. like 4, 5, 6, like this we are never getting. That means the remainder that we get is always less than the divisor. As you can see here, everything is less than the divisor. Our divisor is 3, so it is less than the divisor and greater than or equals to 0. So the remainder lies in between 0 and divisor. So it should be less than the divisor and greater than or equals to 0. So this is the one more thing we notice in the long division method. Now here, so that's the division algorithm. So the division algorithm says dividend equals to divisor into quotient plus remainder. So this one we know as the division algorithm since childhood. We are using since class 3, class 4, class 5 like this to check our divisor. And the condition for the remainder is the remainder is always less than divisor. We have to keep a note on that one. Remainder is always less than the divisor. It can never be equals to divisor or greater than the divisor. And the minimum remainder of any division will be 0. 0 is the minimum one. Less than 0 will never come. So 0 can come, more than 0 will come, but the remainder is always less than the divisor. Okay, so this one you have to keep a note. So whenever we divide any number, suppose now we divide 28 by 5 suppose. So we can get 5 4s are 20, the remainder is 8. Now here you will say, now you can see here, now 5 4s are 20, remainder is 8, but the remainder is now greater than the divisor. So here this is the checkpoint. So here we will know that our division is in the wrong way. So here what actually we have to do, 5 5s are 25. So the remainder becomes 3. Now we can see the remainder is less than the divisor. You can see this, the remainder is less than the divisor, and 28 can be written as 5 into 5. That is the divisor multiplied by quotient plus remainder. So 5 5s are 25 plus 3, 28. So that's the simple division algorithm we are doing since a childhood. Okay. So now we'll continue with our the lemma. Now first of all we have to understand what is a lemma. Okay, lemma is actually a proven statement which is already proved, and by using that proven statement, if we prove some statement, other statement like, so using that proven statement we are going to prove some other statement, then that is called as the lemma. So here that is the Euclid's division lemma. So by the name itself we can know it has been proposed by Euclid. Euclid is a Greek mathematician and it involves division, and that is a lemma. So this is called as Euclid's division lemma. So what it says that given positive integers a and b, suppose we take positive integers a and b, then there exist unique integers q and r. There always exist unique integers q and r satisfying a equals to bq plus r, and r is less than b and greater than equals to 0. Now if you will note here this one, this thing and this thing, so it resembles somewhat to our division algorithm, that is dividend equals to divisor into quotient plus remainder. We can see this, the same thing whatever we are getting here, also the same thing. That means a is equals to bq plus r. So when we get this one, that means if a we divide by b, think that there are two positive integers a and b and we are dividing. Suppose a is being divided by b, then there will be some quotient, let it be q, and if there is a quotient, so b into q something will come here, and if we will subtract we'll get a remainder. That's the simple division what we are doing earlier. Just same thing, we will match it with this one. Suppose 5 I am dividing by 3, so 3 ones are 3, the remainder is 2. Simple thing. Now since now we will use the division algorithm here, so 5 equals to 3 multiplied by 1, 3 multiplied by 1, that is divisor into quotient plus remainder. 3 ones are 3, 3 plus 2 5. Now the same thing we will use it here. So what is there? A is the dividend, you can see here, a is the dividend, b is the divisor, q is the quotient, and r is the remainder. Again let me repeat, a is the dividend, b is the divisor, q is the quotient, and r is the remainder. And what is the condition for this remainder? So the remainder will be less than the divisor. So what is our divisor here? Our divisor is b. So the remainder is always less than the divisor, but it can be greater than or equals to 0. Okay, it can be 0 or greater than 0, but less than the divisor. Hence, this is our Euclid's division lemma. A equals to BQ plus R means whenever we divide two integers, there exist two unique integers Q and R, satisfying that A is equals to BQ plus R. That means when you multiply B and Q and add R to it, we will get back A. So that is the lemma here. Now, here we say that the Euclid's division lemma is only a restatement. So when we say restatement, it has been modified and brought into like this. That's the same division algorithm as I showed to you now. That is the division algorithm. Dividend, as you can see here, dividend equals to divisor multiplied by quotient plus remainder. This is our algorithm we are using. Now, instead of dividend, we are using A. Instead of divisor, we use B. Instead of quotient, we use Q. And instead of R, remainder, we are using R. Same thing, we are getting it. So A equals to BQ plus R. So this is possible only when A is being divided by B. And we will assume A is greater than B, then only. Okay. So A is greater than B. So here. Now, talking of this restatement, so algorithm means it is nothing but it is a series of steps that we follow to solve a problem. Like making tea, suppose whatever something you are making, what is the procedure of that? Something like programming or anything. So what is that? Algorithmic is a well-defined steps. First what we will do, next what will be do, what is the next step to be followed. These are all algorithm. That's a set of instructions we can see. Now, what is a lemma? A lemma is a proven statement used for proving another statement. So that is the lemma. So these two are pretty much interlinked, division algorithm and Euclid's division lemma. And most important thing, when we talk of this lemma, we will consider only for positive integers. So if in the question it gives Q and R are some integers, but still we'll consider them as positive, because we know if A and B are positive, suppose a positive divided by another positive integer we are doing, then the quotient will be also positive and the remainder also will be positive. So here Q and R we will consider only positive integers. So the whole lemma we will take everything whatever we are getting as a positive integers. Hence the lemma says A equals to BQ plus R, where R is less than the divisor, that is B, and greater than equals to 0. So here we can relate it like the same thing what we are doing since childhood. We are just gave a finishing touch, or we can modify that one and brought it to this form. It is like, suppose think of common salt. Common salt, everybody knows what we are using. Now the common salt, when we went to a bit higher classes, what we are learning in our senior classes, it is called as sodium chloride. Both are the same. Common salt we call it as, so that's another name of sodium chloride. But in junior classes we are reading as common salt. When we went to senior classes we are reading as sodium chloride. The same way here also, this division algorithm and Euclid are pretty much interlinked. The same concept we are using. Whenever two numbers are divided, we get a quotient and a remainder. Simple logic. Whenever a number is divided by another number, we get a quotient, we get a remainder. And whenever we multiply the divisor with the quotient and add the remainder, we get back the dividend. Same thing, dividend equals to divisor into quotient plus remainder. So this one everybody knows since our childhood. So there is nothing difficult in understanding it. And the condition for remainder is the remainder has to be always less than the divisor and greater than equals to 0. The remainder will be 0 or more than 0 but less than the divisor. So these things you have to remember carefully whenever you are solving any problems related to Euclid's division lemma. Hope you have understood this video. To get more such videos, please like, share and subscribe my channel. Keep exploring. Thank you.